I'm Jonathan Turner, Director of Broadcasting for the National Soccer Network. Last weekend, we had a chance to go out to the Hope Sports Complex in Lansing, Michigan, and be a part of the second annual Nationals Kickoff Festival. A chance to talk with coaches, a chance to talk with players about the Nationals and what they're all about, and how the Nationals support their players and their staff in making sure that they do a tremendous job not only on the field, but also off. Later that evening, we had a chance to also call a showcase game between the top-level players in the Nationals organization across the state of Michigan. You'll have a chance to watch that game at the end of this special edition of NSN Special Report. But first, listen and watch to what the coaches and players from the Nationals have to say about the National Soccer Club. I'm joined by Granthik Chatterjee, and Granthik, first off, let's talk about this weekend. This is the second year you guys have done this.
Yep.
Why do we do this? Why does the Nationals think this is an important thing to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, it's a wonderful way to get all of our kids, all of our families out here, interacting with each other. I think there's several different reasons, right? So one is just the camaraderie and to come out and have fun on a great summer weekend and enjoy playing soccer and watching your kids play. Two, there's all the, it's a festival, right? So this isn't like super highly competitive to go win some big trophy. It's a festival atmosphere. It allows the kids really early in the season a chance to get out and learn their new teammates and be with their teams and have a ton of fun in a stress-free zone. It's really come across that way, I think, for all of our families too, so moms and dads can just kind of relax and just enjoy watching their kids play. Obviously, you see lots and lots of people just hanging out. So now you also get this like overall camaraderie, and you start to see the size and the scope of the club and what you're connected to. Whether you're from Genesee or from Lansing or Macomb or Oakland Township, wherever you're at, you get to see the larger scope, and you get to see what you're connected to, all these different age groups of young boys and girls. And of course, for the coaches, it also gives them a little trial run to start to shape their teams before they get into the more competitive part of their schedule, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And we talked to a number of players today, and from players in 2014s up to 2018s, and something that all of them said this, is that how supportive the coaching staffs are for their teams. And you think about that at a young age, they understand support, right? That's a really big deal. And we start talking about having these players acknowledging that they have a support system in their coaches.
Yeah, I mean, actually, honestly, for me to hear that coming out of the boys and the girls themselves, if they're saying things like this, then you are actually really achieving the goal of what a festival and an opening kickoff event should be within our club, right? Is that they feel that support, they're mixing, they're sometimes going and flipping teams in the middle of the game to support a team, that's doing a bit better and all that type of thing. So whatever we can do to create that inside of them and realize that they are also connected, not just to their team, but to this greater club and all the different teams that are here, and that we're all here to help each other get better and enjoy the game. If that's coming through and that's coming across to the player, then I think we've really done a good job of succeeding in that goal.
So I've asked a number of players today what their favorite candy was, and what's come up is interesting. So I've heard ice cream, which I don't think is even in the candy category at all, but that's okay. It's a whole other conversation. But they have said that that Reese's Pieces or peanut butter cups, chocolate. It's a highly contested debate, I think, right now. Is chocolate considered candy, or is it its own separate category altogether?
Separate category. Yeah, that's where I fall. Separate category.
It's just like, can you have pineapple on pizza? I think it's such a divisive issue that you have to,
You absolutely can. I'm in the can on the pineapple, chocolate separate category. That's where I fall. That's me. That's me laying down the marker for sure.
Well, Granthik, man, I appreciate you being on here today and being a part of this festival.
Well, John, thanks for your time, and really appreciate you guys being out here and, broadcasting.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game. joined here on the National Soccer Network by Estella Danello, also part of the 2014s. Welcome to the National Soccer Network.
Hi.
Hi. So I asked one of your teammates, Emerson, what she likes most about playing for the Nationals. What do you like about playing for the Nationals the most?
I like how the team, it's really good, and we're really strong together, and the coaches are really good and supportive, and I just feel like our team's really good and we connect the ball together.
So you string some passes together, so good possession, which is great. What do you like about playing soccer the most? What is the most fun thing you do when it comes to soccer?
I like how in soccer you get to dribble, you get to pass, and it's kind of like a good workout, and it's just very fun to play with your teammates, and it's good to experience when you're building together and working as a team.
Awesome. And now, if you have a favorite player in soccer, do you have a favorite player that plays professionally or for the women's national team?
I have a favorite professional.
Who is it?
Marissa DeGrande.
Oh, nice.
She plays for Racing Louisville.
Yes, she does. So she's one of the players. That's awesome. Okay. And so this is going to be the toughest question I ask you of the day. There might be another one. But we'll start with this one. Favorite candy?
My favorite candy is probably peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter cups. Okay. Now, is that considered candy or chocolate?
I don't know.
It's a debate. It's a highly contested debate we've had over the years if chocolate fits into the candy category or if it's its own separate one. But we'll keep that one over there for a moment. Now, I asked this of Emerson. I'm going to ask this of you. You're driving home today and you're hungry and you're like, Mom and Dad, I want to go someplace for dinner. Where are you begging them to take you?
I'd probably go to Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. Okay, so what are you getting at Jersey Mike's?
I normally get the number 7 with turkey and lettuce, tomatoes, and yeah.
Now, do you get it Mike's way or do you go somewhere completely different? You just kind of pick and choose kind of like your toppings?
I kind of pick and choose.
Okay. All right, and my last question. What do you like about this event the most?
I like how it's really fun, and then it's kind of a good way to start off the season with your team.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Estella. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We're now joined by Cooper Haskin, another coach here with the Nationals, coaching U8, U9, U10. Those are the early age groups, right, to coach soccer. And I'm curious your thoughts, Cooper, on what it's like to develop younger age groups here right now in 2025.
Well, it's very important. First, can be challenging. Got to definitely have patience. It's a lot of fundamentals. It's hard to progress on forwards with the more complicated, more skills and more tactics if you don't have the fundamentals down. So that's what I really like to focus on, especially at the younger ages.
I was going to say, it does take a talent to coach the younger ages because, again, you're trying to develop the player to move up, right, and continue to develop and to grow and move on, not only in the club here at the Nationals, but maybe ultimately to other clubs to get them better chances as well down the road. But talk about that for a moment because I think as a country we are so I think looking and hyper-focused on winning. I think winning is something that we always want to talk about, right? And at these levels, winning might be a byproduct of the development, but it's not the focus.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Europe and other countries, they don't even have goals until a certain age. It's just about possession and working on passing, moving around the field, and being a good teammate. So winning, obviously, it's important and it's fun, but it's if you're don't have the right skills, the right attitude about it, and the wins are going to be more far and few and in between.
No question about that. We talk about this weekend, and obviously this is the second year that the Nationals have held this kickoff weekend here in Lansing. Talk about how important it is for you as a coach to be a part of something like this as well as your team.
I think it's really important because, it's a growing network, and it helps to be able to identify better places if it's possible for other kids, more opportunities. If there's one kid at a certain age group who's not being challenged enough, then we can kind of identify a better spot that where he can go and get more practice, get more touches on the ball in training, and just build a better community with other coaches and with the parents as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Cooper, man, thank you very much for being part of this, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
Joined here by Leonardo Devutkai and Leonardo from the 2014s. We're here again at the Nationals kickoff weekend, and first thing I want to ask you is what do you like most about playing for the Nationals?
I have great teammates. We're really good, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, all right. And so this weekend you have a chance to play against other national teams, right?
Yeah.
You get a chance to beat sometimes your friends and sometimes players maybe who are a little above you, a little below you. What's that like for you as a player?
Competition, a lot of competition to be able to play better teams than us, and to play my friends so I can brag to them about it.
Okay, yeah, bragging is a really big deal. Okay, they're your friends outside the field, but on the field they're your enemies.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, that's good. My next question is this: of all the things about soccer, what do you like about it the most?
I would just say just scoring. For me, I'm a goalkeeper, so making a good save in the last minute of a final or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a former goalkeeper myself, so that's really cool, right? So, all right. So, next question I have for you is this: do you have a favorite player, international or otherwise, that you look up to?
Messi.
Of course, yeah, of course. Okay, do you have a player in the United States that you like that's not Messi?
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. All right, now this next question I'm going to ask is a really tough one, okay?
Okay.
I've been asking players all day long, what is your go-to candy?
I would say Reese's.
Reese's, like Reese's Pieces or peanut butter cups?
Peanut butter cups.
Okay, now this is a highly debated topic. Is Reese's peanut butter cups considered chocolate or candy?
Chocolate.
Okay, but so is it candy or
Yeah.
no? Okay, is it both?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Basically.
okay, it is both. Okay, it's good to know. So you like chocolate, though, over, the sweeter Sour Patches?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Do you like them cold or room temperature?
Room temperature.
Okay. All right, now my next one. Mom and Dad are going to take you home here later tonight, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, where do you want to go? And you can beg them to take them to this one place. Where do you want to go for dinner?
Well, if I'm on the road, you can't really go to somewhere fancy because I'm coming back from soccer.
Okay, no fancy place.
Yeah,
Heard.
so
Okay.
I'd say probably just a fast food place, maybe McDonald's. I
Okay,
really
he's
like
gonna
the
go
fries.
You really like the fries. Okay,
Yep.
so, all right, so McDonald's it is. Not just fries, though. What are you going to get as far as protein?
Chicken nuggets,
Chicken nugget. And what sauce? This is a really tough question.
ketchup.
Oh, my goodness gracious, you said ketchup. Okay. All right, well, we're not going to hold that against you, Leonardo. It's okay. But either way, we appreciate you stopping by, man. It was a pleasure talking with
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, thank you. Ketchup? Ketchup with your chicken. All right. I'm now joined by Costa Wells. And Costa, welcome into the National Soccer Network, and more importantly, this kickoff weekend here in Lansing.
Thank you. Very nice to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So you're coach of the 2016s Reds as well as the 2018s. Obviously, it's a younger age group, right? Again, you're dealing with the little players and trying to get them not only, excited about playing soccer, but also developing. And what is the biggest challenge that you face right now, kind of trying to create that environment where players want to get excited and also learn at the same time?
Well, so far I've noticed maybe it could be in the direction of focus. It's hard sometimes to keep these kids focused on one task when you're just trying to explain something for literally 1 to 2 minutes at a time, making sure everyone's understanding everything you're grasping. And then, from there, keeping positions, all right? Positions is a big part of the game, so being positionally sound is something that we're working on, and quite frankly is the one thing I'm working on this weekend specifically.
Yeah, I don't know if the focus though will get any better as I get older. I can tell you right now that I have a hard time focusing
Yeah.
too. So.
Well, I hear you there as well.
So obviously focus and obviously developing. But you talk about this game and developing this game. We're at this really cool point in our country where players are so astute now to the game, not only from a European side, but also from here domestic with all the leagues that are available. Is that something that you're trying to find a way, even at the younger ages, to get your players involved in watching games on TV, maybe going out and watching a game or two, locally, because there's so many opportunities to watch soccer in this country?
Absolutely. Yeah, that is one thing that I did growing up. YouTube comes out. I think I must have been 6 or 7. Early days in YouTube, not much to watch other than soccer highlights for me. So I think that's where I learned myself how to, act professional on the field and look like a proper athlete myself.
So here we are. It's a kickoff weekend for the Nationals, and what's going on here is a tournament where you're playing against other national teams, right? That's kind of the cool thing about this. How does that work with these younger age groups? They're playing against their teammates, in some cases their friends on the field here this weekend? Is there a competitiveness even at this young age to go out and beat your A team, your B team? Like, is there that competitiveness?
Sure, I would say so. I mean, for those players that are here to be here as a soccer player, I think that it is inevitable to want to win and do well. But then again, make sure they are enjoying themselves and having a good time out there on the field. So, combination of both there, I'd say.
Awesome. Costa, very much. Thank you very much, man, for being a part of this. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
All right, we're now joined by Emerson, who plays on the 2019. Is that right?
14.
2014. It looks like a 4 and looks like a 9. It's okay. But either way, so Emerson, first off, welcome to the National Soccer Network. And how are you enjoying this weekend so far?
It's good.
Yeah? Have you been with the Nationals for a while?
Yeah.
All right. And what do you like most about the Nationals?
That the coaches are supportive and they really encourage you to do their best.
Okay.
Or to do your best.
Which is fantastic. And another aspect of what you like about playing soccer, what is the most thing that you like the most about playing soccer?
That it's kind of a free sport that like you can make your own decisions, that your coach like can help you, but it's mostly you making the decisions.
That's really, really cool. And I'm assuming you enjoy playing with your friends as well. Something that we talk a lot about on this network is being able, especially the younger ages, being able to play with people right? Playing with your friends. What is it? Do you guys get to travel around a lot? Get to go to different states and play in other areas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, of all the places you've gone to play soccer, what has been your most favorite place?
I really like all the places I've been to, but I really like going to Indiana a lot.
Indiana. Okay, that's good. That's cool. So I asked this a couple minutes ago to another player, and I said, "Hey, what is your favorite candy?"
Nerds.
Nerds. Okay, now the clusters or just like the individual nerds, like the
individual nerds.
Okay, old school. I like that. Okay, and so you're on your way home, maybe today, and you're hungry. Where are you begging mom and dad to take you for dinner?
Probably Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay, all right, okay. Now, do you like traditional or boneless wings?
Boneless.
Boneless. Okay, what's the sauce?
I think sweet barbecue.
Sweet barbecue. Awesome. Emerson, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. Donnie Kuntz. And Donnie, this is your first year with the Nationals, but here you are part of this kickoff weekend. Let's talk about that for a moment.
I tell you what a great environment for all the kids to be a part of. If you ever wanted to know, hey, what is a club about? And I came last year. This is my first year with Nationals, but what a great environment where you have multiple areas, not just one small area of a state, but you've got up north, you've got mid-Michigan, out west. and they're all here to come together. And it's really nice to be able to see and say, hey, what is a club's, what is their objective? What is their, where are they going with this? And, I mean, what a great environment for all the kids to be able to play here. And if anybody ever wanted to say, hey, from teams that maybe are at a lower level to the ultimate high level with what the girls are going to be playing tonight, the showcase girls, I mean, you're talking some of the players that are best in the country. So great environment.
It absolutely is, and we already had a chance to be here last year for this kickoff. That was their first ever year of doing this, and obviously now in year 2, it's going to continue to grow. I was talking with some other coaches here earlier about the competitive aspect of travel soccer, right? And here you are today, and the purpose of the weekend is to come together and kind of kick off your season, but you're playing against other nationals programs. And so is there kind of like this competitiveness where you're like, I want to go beat that team that maybe is the A team or vice versa? Is there some of that this weekend or no?
I think there's always going to be that. I mean, as long as kids play the game, there's always going to be the competitive nature. And me as a coach, it's not always about the winning, but you try to put your kids in the best environment and the best position to I always tell the kids, if you play really well and we do things we work on, you're probably going to win. Not always, but it's great to be able to see some friends of guys that coach in other areas of the state, and you see them. So, yeah, there's definitely. And for me, with my group being new to the Nationals family, they are definitely like, wow, this is awesome.
No, it is. And my final question for you is this: as we talk about getting ready here, the World Cup's going to be here in less than a year. It's not like 300 days or so away from now. And we talk about that and talk about, you mentioned, hey, winning is something obviously people want to do, but really it's about development, right? Development is the most important part in anything in regards to life and specifically in travel soccer. If we talk about development here, what are the things that the Nationals do right when it comes to developing players that maybe other clubs don't do?
Well, is creating the environment. And I say this, I mean, a lot of times I'll see like one-off teams from a club like, well, we got one team that's good in this age group. And, why would a team, wherever you're at, you might come a point where you lose your best player. And your best player says, hey, we love our team, but there's just that little bit more at this club where they can offer something. I mean, you got kids that have the aspirations and actually do go and play a high-level college, play professionally. And if your club doesn't offer that to where you say, hey, I need to be here in order to get to that, not every club's going to offer that. And here, I mean, you can see from the lower teams all the way to the very top. I mean, these guys are consistently putting, especially on the girls' side, putting teams in the national championships and girls that are playing at a very extremely high level, and boys too, for that matter. But being able to have that, and I mean, here you have a huge family that you can be like, hey, maybe I don't play on this team, but I can go join their top team. And as a parent, you're saying, I get everything for my child.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Great to see you.
You as well.
Thanks.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
All right, now we're joined here at the Nationals kickoff with Addie. You play on the 2018, so first off, welcome.
Thanks.
Well, you're very welcome. So, Addie, what do you love most about playing soccer?
That it's fun.
It's fun, right? Mm-hmm. And what else can you talk about as far as the fun aspect? What makes it so fun?
Scoring goals.
Scoring goals. See, now I was a goalkeeper. I like stopping the ball. You like scoring them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fun part. How about playing with your friends?
That's also fun.
Yeah, and so is this your first time playing for the Nationals, or have you been here for a couple of years?
A couple years.
Okay. And how about your coach? Do you like your coach?
Yeah.
Okay. If there was one thing you could say about the Nationals, what would it be?
That they're my friends.
That they're your friends. That's awesome. Okay, I have a really tough question for you. Okay, you ready? This is the toughest question you probably hear all day long.
Okay.
What is your favorite candy? I told you it was tough.
Ice cream.
Ice cream is your favorite candy. Okay, now what would you put? Just plain? Like, is there a flavor? Like, is it vanilla? Is it chocolate? Is it mint? You know, what would be your strawberry?
Moose tracks.
Moose tracks. Okay. And you put anything on top of it, like toppings like sprinkles and whipped cream and things like that?
No.
No. Okay, you just like it straight.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, and my last question. You know, you go on the road and you're traveling to this tournament, and your mom or dad are saying what kind of meal you can have on the way home. What is the meal?
Nuts and crackers.
Nuts and crackers. That is a really, really healthy option. I was thinking you were going to say McDonald's. No? No McDonald's? Well, Addie, thank you very much. It's awesome to have a chance to talk with you today.
Welcome.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I am joined here by Yakov and Cecilia, and you are part of the Nationals, and this is the kickoff weekend here. Let's talk about this a little bit. How important is it for the Nationals to have this kind of a setup here on this weekend?
Yeah, though, so I think it's really good. Obviously, having teams from different areas all come together. You know, we're one big family, and seeing everyone wear national gear, I think it's a great way to start the season.
And how about for you?
I think it's good for a lot of teams to get, like, you know, all the summer stuff out and start to get back into it. I agree with Yakov. There's a lot of family feel environment here, even though our club's so big, but it helps to bring everybody together and show like we're one big community.
We start talking about this kind of a weekend. Obviously, there's a competitive environment to this, but is that the purpose of this also, to be competitive amongst your other teams? Because you're playing against other national teams in the same environment.
For me personally, yes, it's competitive, but we're not looking at the scoreline, of course. Just wanted to see my kids, challenge them a little bit. This is a little bit out of their comfort zone for my 17th, first time playing 7v7. Just wanted to get the first look, and this is a great opportunity to do so. Obviously, like I said, not looking at the scoreline, just looking at the overall team competitiveness and them, how they deal with being outside their comfort zone, you know?
For me, I mean, and I don't really care about the competitiveness. I have the youngest age groups, the 2019s and 18s, and most of them are coming out of our junior nationals program. So for me, it's just, this is what travel soccer looks like. This is what everything is going to look like from here going forward into the year. So for me, it's like I told my parents, like, we're going to use this as practice and we're going to do the best we can.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Yep,
yeah, of course. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did covering it, hearing from coaches and players within the National Soccer Club about how they support each other and all the great things that they're doing in the Michigan community here for soccer. The ECNL girls side had a showcase game that happened last Saturday night. We had a chance to cover that live, and you'll get a chance to watch that all over again right now. Rosters here just a moment ago via text, so if we say a player's name wrong, we do apologize ahead of time. But the really cool thing about this again is a showcase game, and here we go, officially underway here from Hope Sports Complex in Lansing, Michigan. Again, we have the ECNL White versus the ECNL Red on this Saturday. Jonathan Turner alongside Mr. Ryan Galinsky. Happy to have you along on the National Soccer Network on Roku TV and on YouTube as the ball makes its way into Danny Wisser, and this ball will scoot out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that would have been an impressive start in the opening seconds, especially in a preseason game.
Ball we brought back in by the goalkeeper, and I think that's Hope Pierfelice. Now Bergsma looking for Wisser. To play one into the box and right into the hands of the goalkeeper.
That's a great cross from Wisser, getting out wide and putting the ball into the box. There was an unmarked runner into the box, so for the red team of the Nationals, be a little bit better at marking, the center forward.
So far in the early going here, we have seen the pressure coming from this White side. Ball makes its way out, and for the first corner of the night, in favor here of the White side. And I do believe, again, this is Hope Pierfelice. She is the goalkeeper for the red side here. Good ball. Ball makes its way out for a goal kick. No replay here tonight. We did not bring our replay system with us. I'll tell you right now, man, we have focused solely on being a Remy production these last number of years. Remy meaning remote production, meaning that we are in our studios. Days like today remind me of why I love being in our air-conditioned studios in Shelby Township, Michigan. Is the ball given away? Bergsma. Ball played back now to Stanley. We look out wide here for Wisser. Wisser looked to send one in. This will instead go into the parking lot and almost hit up that truck coming into the stadium. So
you don't get extra points for that, but I liked how Stanley didn't rip one out there, kind of kept possession, changed the point of attack, getting it out wide to Wisser. Wisser just unable to get that cross into the box and put it in play. But I like how the white team is controlling the ball a little bit, not just forcing things down the field and giving away the ball cheaply.
Red team looking to find a way to maybe get over midfield here in the early going of this game. Ball picked up now. Aglia right at midfield, and Baginski looking for Stanley. Good win back here by the red side. Looking to go up over the top. That's Cicluna. Now ball played back to Audrey. Audrey Melchior. Melchior. If I pronounce it wrong, I do apologize. If you are on YouTube right now and watching this game, you can get in the chat, get involved in the chat. It's not a game that we marketed heavily. We just kind of found out about it really yesterday. But hey, we are here to provide you and our viewers an opportunity to see high-level soccer here from the Girls Academy and the Nationals. We are also live on TikTok. This ball at the middle looking for Wisser.
Yeah, give us some interesting questions or interesting topics to talk about.
One is, what is the hottest day on record? It's not here right now, but it seems like it might be in this press box. All sent top of the 18, and Lauren Stanley now will bring it up here for the white side.
Yeah, and also for the people who are back at home watching, there was a fan in here as well that we tried to get work, but it only blew hot air. No cold air coming out of that fan, so it got even worse.
Ball is pushed up on this near side. Stanley. Good move, making her way into the 18 and getting there first is Red. Al Muhammad. looking in the middle of the park. That's Chabihi. Good battle. Back now to Chabihi. The ball out wide. Muhammad. He was looking to take a shot. She does, but runs into a red defender. Wisser. Again, good early pressure here from the Nationals. White as this ball sent into the box. She's all alone. She's onside. And good work by Pierre-Felice.
Yeah, Baginski got into a good spot right inside the penalty dots. But a couple times, that's twice now that the red team has left a white shirt unmarked in the box. They've not been burned or any shots yet, but that could be a warning sign for the red team.
Cicluna. It's a good ball. They're looking for Rena Chang. Emma Wong. She'll put one in the box, and this will be wide of its intended target and out of play. It will go. She was looking for Lola Batiglia.
A little bit of a slow start so far for both of these teams, but the preseason game, just trying to get the continuity with everyone. And, of course, fitness levels are not going to be the best as they would be in midseason.
Weekend, a lot of soccer still happening in the amateur environment. The UPSL National Championship weekend. Last night you saw LA 10 beating Barboa. The final score of that game, I believe, was 5-1. And then Tennessee Tempo in extra time, beating Chicago Nation by a score of 2-1. So Tennessee and LA 10 will battle out tomorrow night for a national championship game. Chicago Nation and Barboa will battle for third place. We'll watch both those games on the UPSL YouTube channel tomorrow night. Ball up that far side. Piat that played it out wide. Ball sent in. Good ball. Looking for a Whistler, but Pierre-Felice was there for the grab.
Yeah, this white team's really liking to work the flanks, get across in, and try to get anyone on. And John, if that UPSL championship is anywhere close to the USL2 championship, people are in for a treat because that USL2 championship was phenomenal.
That it was, as that almost went in extra time as well. Cicluna up that far side, looking for Batiglia. Good cut, gives it to her. Now Batiglia, that's a good ball, not offside though, as the ball makes its way to Audrey.
Yeah, good little work on the right side from the red team. That's their first real opportunity of the game. No clear-cut chances from any team just quite yet in the opening 8 minutes.
Till that filling out period. Ball is sent up, looking for Wisser. Good defensive work, and that's pushed out for a corner. Good crowd here for this showcase game. Looks as though we're going to see Baginski, number 9, Maggie Baginski, taking this corner kick for the National. She'll like to play short. Looking for Baginski again. Left-footed curling ball towards that near post, and Pierre-Felice is there once again.
Yeah, the attack for the white team is quite simple, of just getting it out wide and getting it across into the box. We'll see if they would like to change the point of attack a little bit, try to break down in between the lines, go through the center of the field. But so far, they've had a couple of chances with crossing the ball in. Not clear-cut, but a couple of chances.
Cicluna makes her way up right through the middle of the park. Good cut, pushes it out wide. Now a shot low and right into the hands of Melchior.
That was a really good run by Cicluna. Danced around a couple of defenders, got it out wide to Batiglia. And a good low shot. Is that one little miscommunication in the back.
Something that you're going to see in the early going of a season. Again, both these teams ended their ECNL season here about a month and a half ago. There were ECNL playoffs. The Nationals did participate in that. Right now, Lily Jaco is actually at the conference championships right now out in California. One of the most active social media players for the Nationals. Ronaldo. Ball makes its way back now, back line of this red side. Played by Collier. We're going to go over the back line of the white side. And we do apologize. We were just given a new sheet, and this sheet does not match what we were saying before, so we were saying the names wrong. That's okay. We'll get him right now as this ball makes its way to Curtis. She'll cut inside. Right back to Schroeder. Now long range shot. That's picked up by Melchior. They're going to say that Melchior is the goalkeeper, number 11, Maddie Middlestad. We have two players with two 11s on the side here, so for the white team, so going to have to pay attention to that one. Always a new challenge for us here in our commentator world, right? You think about that, seeing two players with the same number on the same team, maybe at the same time. So pulled back by Simon. It's now Cook. Romaldo looking up top for Baginski, and then back to Pierre Felicia it will go.
We did get Baginski right. That was one.
We did, yeah.
That we were consistently getting right.
That is correct. One back by Wisser. That's Danielle Wisser, number 6. Originally we had her as number 2. Piat. Tefner. Now Curtis. Ball played up. That's a good ball in for Piat. Going to loose now inside the 6. Was open look for a moment. Played back. Another chance. Curtis takes a spill. If it wasn't Curtis, I apologize. Might have been Schroeder.
Yeah, first real chance of the game for either of these teams. But it was a good one in and around the box, in and around the 6.
It was Schroeder who made that attempt. On the whole of the set here in the next half hour to 45 minutes. We'll hopefully cool things down here in Lansing. Cook now sends one into the box, but it'll go out of play.
Yeah, we also lost one of our ways of airway in here as the front door has been closed. So that's going to hurt a little bit more with the heat.
Standing room only here in Lansing. The umbrellas are out, though, in full-fledged. I mean, you wish we had an umbrella.
Yeah.
We are in the press box, but something I've learned in my 4 years of broadcasting over 3,000 games. The first 1,000 were in hot press boxes like this. And there's nothing that prepares you more for the heat than being in a press box with no air conditioning that's been just baking all day long with no airflow.
Well, luckily the next 2,000 games that you did were remote and in air conditioning.
I'll never forget July the 4th, 2023. We were out at Berkeley High School And we were there for an all-day tournament. Got there at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Walked into that press box. It was hot, like it was 110 degrees when we walked in.
At 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. And they had an air conditioning, but it did not work. So for the next 13 hours, we waited for that thing to kick in. It finally kicked in right around 7 o'clock, and it started to feel good. But that was one of those days. And there's thing. I was just talking with one of the helpers here. I don't know. His name was Eric. We were on the golf cart, driving around the complex, and he was talking about how, when it's really cold out, you can do something about it. You can get warm. You can get a jacket, get warm. Because, but in this weather, what do you do?
Nothing.
There's nothing you can do. But yeah, and again, the ladies out there right now on this pitch are the humidity out on that turf is even hotter than it would be on grass. This ball is put into the box just outside the 18. Tefner. She'll take a shot. Tefner will fire one that goes up and over the bar. A good look from her.
Yeah, a good, powerful shot from Tefner. Just unable to locate it and keep it down. I actually called a lacrosse game at Central Michigan. They took on Marquette back in February, and it started out super. It was a little cold, but the worst part was a snowstorm came on in the middle of the game, and it was probably just about zero. I would say 10 degrees, almost zero, and the heat was not turned on the entire game, so I was able to bundle up with a jacket. That is one way to keep warm.
Gaglow. The little step over. Ball almost made its way back to Gaglow. That'd be Gaglio. That'd be an I.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be Gaglio. Apologize to the Gaglio family.
Yeah. But there's no dot, so it threw me off. All caps. A shout out to Random Aussie, who's made his way into our YouTube chat. It's been a minute since I've seen Random Aussie. We haven't had any games on YouTube in a minute. This ball is out wide. Up that far side. And thrown in by Kryko.
Yeah, I would say that would be the best way to do it.
Find out if anyone tells us here at the stadium. Now Matthews.
It's an easy one.
So's Cook. Like that one as well. Ball played inside. Piot. Back to Matthews, and Red still has it in possession. Looking to find the opening goal here. "19 minutes in at 0-0 here. Schroeder is looking to find her teammate. Intercepted, and now here comes the white side. Ronaldo. One back by Red. If you're joining us, you're like, why are there two national logos on the screen? Nationals is playing Nationals. This is a highly contested battle here that will decide if they go on to the national championships here in Michigan. Ball through space into Curtis. One back by White.
What do you mean, John? This is the championship. This is win or go home.
We do have a number of trophies here up in the press box that we can happily give to one of the winners here tonight. It's Tefner. Go to this near side. That's Emma Wong. Good settle from her. Looking to go over the top for Sam Curtis, but that's good win back by. We're going to cook back to Melquart.
Couple substitutions ready to make way for both of these national teams. And I think that's something that you might see a little bit more frequent in games like this because the legs aren't always there, and adding that with the humidity and the heat that's already on the field. And you also want to get more players touches on the ball to get them going into the season a little bit crisper on the ball. Of course, if you were in an actual game, the subbing would not be as frequent as this. But you also want to get as many players touches and playing time as much as they can prior to the season outside of just training sessions.
A good step there by number 7. Don't have a 7 on our roster for the Nationals. Red side.
She will just be number 7.
This point forward, 7 is 7.
7 is 7.
This ball is played back.
That's goal by 7.
Going to send it up, and Curtis comes in. Get that back. That was Crawford. Kept on. Good recovery is now Crawford. Last touched off of the white side, says the referee crew here. Curtis now looking to go through that seam. Good win. Gaglio. Good win as well by number 7. Swan. Nationals white on the move. Now Matthews. Plays it to Curtis. Good run up this near side. Crawford down by the end line. Looking to get the edge, and that is make its way out of touch. And goal kick coming up.
Yeah, that was a nice little work move there as Matthews cut out the initial attack from the white team. And then they worked it over on the right side. They came all the way to this left side, but very good defending by number 5 of the white team, Adriana Cook, and I think we might have a water break here.
Hydration break in effect here at the Hope Sports Complex. We'll bring you into our press box here, and Jonathan Turner alongside Ryan Galinsky. It is a hot day here in Michigan, and it's expected to be like this in the upper 80s, low 90s without any rain until after the 23rd of August. So we are expecting a significant amount of heat to stay around here for the next couple weeks as these players start to get ready for their fall seasons. But while we're talking about fall seasons, high school boys soccer gets underway here in just a week. Tryouts start here on Monday. We will have high school coverage here in Michigan, hopefully around the country based on the relationships we built now here in the other 39 states that we're a part of. So, but again, high school season is starting to kick off here for not only obviously soccer, but also other sports as well. All that gets underway here start on Monday.
Yeah, you just had the dead week here in Michigan that just ended, and now you have tryouts, and football's also returning, volleyball's in the fall as well, cross country. And the one thing I always dreaded in high school soccer tryouts a couple years ago was the dreaded 1 mile run to start the first day of tryouts. And adding with the heat, hopefully, when I went to Anchor Bay, we did it in the morning, the tryouts. So hopefully they're not trying out in the dead of the evening or dead of the afternoon where it makes it so much harder.
You know, you talk about the 1 mile run, my guy, Brian. Our tryouts, they called them Hell Week when I went to high school. And this is back in the 50s. Right?
Oh.
So when, but back then, we ran on our first day. It was usually a Thursday, Friday. And on that first day, it was a mile, a half mile, and a quarter mile run in the morning. And then in the afternoon, you did a bunch of wind sprints and abdominals and all the other things. Came back the next morning, ran the Cooper's test, which was, you had to run, 8 laps, do 2 miles in 12 minutes. That was the goal, right? And then you had to do 10.5 laps in 18 minutes. And then the goal was to do 3 miles in 21 minutes. That was my Hell Week for 2 days. So the goal of our coach at that time was to see how much in shape you were, and you could find out if you were in shape of how much you duked. And so that was something that we experienced back when we were playing. Obviously, you can't do that anymore because you can't make players throw up. Also, water was a premium. So, again, how things have changed over the years. But yes, that was my experience with high school soccer.
Did you have to run the beep test at all?
Nope, not when I was in high school. And now, as a coach, I ran the beep test with my teams at the varsity level. And we had a player that actually got to level 18.
Oh, wow.
Impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. It's extremely impressive. I think like 18-1, and that's finally when they bowed out.
Yeah, I always thought the beep test was a little bit of a better indicator of your fitness than just running kids for miles and miles. I thought the beep test was a little bit short distance as well. A little bit easier to set up and maintain compared to just running.
Sounds like a song I've heard. Is that Black Eyed Peas? Is that who it is? Running?
Yes. That's the beginning of the song. Yes, it is.
There we go. See, I don't know a lot about music, but I do know certain things, and I knew that one right away. You said like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, it's also in Hot Tub Time Machine as well when they sing it.
Okay.
So,
not seen that movie?
You haven't?
Nope.
You will have to.
I don't know, just Hot Tub and Time Machine in the same sense. It doesn't make sense.
Oh no, it doesn't. But that's why it's a movie. So
like Bill
it makes
and
total.
Ted's, like in the phone booth, right? Bill and Ted: Excellent Adventure, right? Have you seen that movie?
No.
Very much the same concept. You go back in time.
Just like how a car time machine doesn't make sense, and I guess that makes a little bit more sense than a hot tub.
This near side. Looking for Middlestad. This ball will make its way out of play. Someone's saying it's not live, but this is actually live.
So. I would hope it's live.
We're here live.
Unless all these people, unless that person is in a time machine and jumped forward.
The ball looking to go over the top. Got Crawford up this near side. Crawford makes her way into the 18. Good defensive work as White wins the battle in the short term. Ball back now to Curtis. Curtis now will fire a shot that's tipped up and over. And out for a corner kick. Great tip over the bar from Audrey Melchior. And out for a corner. Best opportunity here of the game so far for either side.
Yeah, that's the best chance of the game for either of these sides. And Curtis has had, I think that's her second chance from distance that she's shot. That one was the best one as it was just hit over the bar to keep it as a corner and keep it goalless.
Curtis taking that shot as this ball is put high into the box. It's headed away and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, best chance of the game from either of these teams. These teams, of course, still feeling each other out, not making the plays I'm sure that they would be when they're in mid-season form. But just feeling each other out, getting the cohesiveness amongst one another to see what they can try to create here in the final third.
Looking for Ruffino. And back now, Curtis. Up that far side, she'll cut back. It's Matthews. Met by not one, but 2 defenders. Goes out of play.
Yeah, Curtis has been the most dangerous attacking player on the field for either side. A couple of good chances. Just had the best one just about a minute or so ago. But we're in the opening half hour. Been slow so far. Hopefully things pick up.
Officially in the 31st minute here. Jonathan Turner alongside Ryan Glinsky. You're watching the Nationals ECNL Showcase game here on the National Soccer Network. No affiliation, by the way. We are live on Roku TV as well as on YouTube here tonight. It's Curtis. Chang out wide. Looking to go back to Chang. Just inside the 18, looking to play it into Batiglia. Still top of the 18, and finally Cook up over midfield, but right back to the red team it will go. And tracking it down is Ava Collier, or Collier. So cut back. So far, the only really good opportunity coming here a couple minutes ago, as we talked about, Curtis taking a shot, is Melquar tipping it up over the bar for a corner kick. Both teams have had chances in this game. Is this ball up here for Crawford on the near side, down by the end line, sends it across top of the 18. Nobody there. Is now Matthews at her feet. Good patience from her. Looks to go inside. Was looking for Curtis. Good work defensively by the white side to compact that back line.
Yeah, the red team the last 15 minutes or so has been the more attacking, better team in my opinion.
Oh, look at this. Curtis, can she get there? Down by the end line. She slides. Great effort from her, putting it across into the 6 and picked up by Melquar.
Yeah, the opening 15 minutes, I would say the white team was the better team, and then it's flipped in the next 15 minutes. Currently, the red team a little bit better, going forward and being more aggressive.
Cook. Sent over the back line. It's a good idea. Looking for Middlestad. Out comes Pierre-Felice and get it right back into play. It's Tefner. And obviously, in all fairness, it is a beautiful day. As hot as it has been, I mean, you can't ask for. I mean, I'm a person that likes it to be like 70.
I would say it's a good temperature.
75. Now, this is a day that if you're going to go, look at this ball is given away is Ruffino. If I want to go to the pool, if I want to go to the beach, like this is the great day.
Yeah.
Right? You know, you come out of the pool, you don't get cold, you stay hot. You get back in the water, you're good to go, right? If you're going to be out and about like this and you have to, I would say, tolerate the weather, I'd say mid-70s, low humidity, like nice, right? Maybe a nice little breeze. Maybe you can wear like a nice little kind of a pullover or something, but
yeah.
that would be the perfect weather for me. Are you, or unless you, I mean, you were last night out at DT or Pine Knob.
Pine Knob, yes.
You were enjoying Thomas Rhett, who happens to be in town. Were it lawn seats?
No, in the pavilion.
In the pavilion. That probably was like being in like a seafood broil.
Yeah, it was. Don't get me wrong. It was really hot. My mom kept saying how hot it was and saying that she just needed a cold shower from the beginning of the show. But yeah, no, it was really hot. The lawn. But when I would come out of the pavilion to use the restroom or go grab another beverage, it was so much cooler. And even Thomas Rhett mentioned who was wearing a jean jacket, and he's like, "It is so hot in this place. I should have wore something different."
So Wong looking up top for Chang, and this ball cleared away.
But yeah, other than the humidity, great show he put on.
Never been to a Thomas Rhett concert, but I know that my wife has seen him in person. So I think actually as this ball is played into the box, and that's a miscue. Open net, put in the back of the goal. And just like that, it's 1-0 here in favor of the red side. Believe that was put in by Ava Collier. number 19, Elizabeth Crawford, putting that one in the back of the net. And the Red Side are up here 1-0.
Yeah, that's just a miscue in a typical preseason type of goal. But Crawford was in the right spot at the right time to just poke it in and gives it a goal. And the red team, I believe, would be in the 35th minute.
You would be correct.
In the 35th minute, gets a goal and gives the red team the lead here with just about 10 minutes to play in the first half.
Got to give a shout-out to our camera operator, Nathan Turner, who is battling the elements here today. Our viewfinder took a crash here before the match, and he's had to battle that and doing a fantastic job pulling that off.
Yeah, I would say the camera work has been pretty good.
I did say Nathan Turner. There is a relation there. There is, just like there wasn't a relation for Nationals, there's a relation to Turner. But sir,
do you enjoy working with family? Some people are unable to work with family. Do you enjoy working with family?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, there's moments, right, where I think like in any situation, is this ball played middle of the park, good idea. Looking at that for Ruffino. It's loose. Now that's a shot and a save by Pierre-Felice. A great shot. Equally better save coming from Pierre-Felice. There's Maggie Baginski who took that shot.
Yeah, that was a really good shot from Baginski, and Pierre-Felice kind of palmed it with her right hand and kept it, and making sure there wasn't any rebounds for a white player. Now Crawford on the move again.
She's all by her lonesome going into the box, looking to cut it back, and this will hit off of the white side and out for a corner.
Yeah, going back to that other chance. That's a good ball into the box. A little bit of a miscue from the red team, but it falls into Baginski. But there was a player in an offside position on the white team who did not hit the ball, so Baginski was onside. But again, great shot from her and a great save by Pierre-Felice to keep it 1-0 red team.
So corner kick coming up here for the red side. Ball comes in high. Melchior gets a punch on it. Ball back out now towards midfield. Donna finding number 7. Good ball sent in by Tefner. Right top of the 18, loose. Now Chang will take a shot that goes wide and high.
Yeah, we've seen a handful of long-distance shots from both of these teams. Only one has been on target and was a dangerous attempt. That one was from Curtis that was hit over the bar and was a corner. But so far, the long-distance shots have not been located quite on target as these teams would like.
Ball last touch off of the red side and out it will go. Middlestead. One back by Piot, but over the top. Baginski now. Look at her. Into the 18. Out comes Pierre-Felice.
Yeah, Baginski has been the most threatening player on this white team. And a good tackle right there to win the ball back.
Cook loses the ball. Emma Wong now will start up this attack. But one back by Baginski.
Yeah, Baginski's been everywhere for this white team, playing hard. She's been has had a couple of chances, has taken a corner, and has done some of the dirty work to keep the possession for the white team.
Ruffino. Simon. Chabihi. Ball out wide. You notice here, again, if you watch these games, is Baginski now. Look at that now. Baginski finds the back of the net, and it's 1-1.
What a great goal by Baginski. That was really nice solo play as she got it done. Diced up a couple of the red defenders and just dribbles past and slots in a nice finish to the goalie's right side and levels things up. But again, Baginski has been so threatening for this white team that she was bound to grab a goal. And she actually started that attack for this white national team by winning the ball back in the middle. But again, just great footwork, splitting a couple of defenders, and got it done.
That goal, I would say, found its way in the back of the net in the 40th. You could say 40th, 41st. But
it was right. It was right on the edge.
Baginski, though, weaving through two defenders, finding the back of the net, getting it past Pierre Felice. It's 1-1 here in Lansing. Whiteside. Ruffino gets the ball from Chabihes. The ball's played in, and that's cleared away without a danger quite yet.
Yeah, Ruffino may have thought she committed a foul, but there was no foul to be had, so Red keeps it.
Crawford, that's a good ball. Looking for Batiglia. Remember Crawford getting the goal back in the 35th, so through 34 minutes we had no goals, and through the last 6 we've had 2.
Yeah, they're starting to find the rhythm out there, as you mentioned, kind of the feel for it feel as there's a foul. Committed. Push in the back. You're really animated on that one, John. But yeah, they were feeling each other out, but now they've kind of got a feel for the game, and now they're going to go for it and try to grab a win, because in the end of the day, preseason or not, these players do not like to lose. They're competitors for a reason. They're playing this game for a reason, and they're not going out there just, it's a preseason game in an inter-club setting, but they want to go for this win, so they're going to grab some goals eventually.
Played up top. Middlestat. Good move past Tefner. Middlestat now, ball on her left foot. She'll look to put one across, and Pierre Felice makes the grab. Coming up here at halftime, we'll step aside, take a break, come back here for the second half.
Hopefully cool ourselves down.
I don't think there's a way to do that. I don't think there's any way. Officially crossing over into the 44th minute. Just a minute remaining here in this first half, plus any stoppage time. This is considered a friendly, so I don't know if we're going to be seeing any stoppage time.
I would say if we do, a minute tops.
There was a water break. Cleared up. Still, though, on this side of the pitch, Gaglio. Ruffino. Good little spin. She'll take a shot from distance, and that will go well wide.
Yeah, Ruffino's been active on that right side all game long by putting crosses into the box. No one really there to get on the end of them, but she's been active on that right side, being in and around the net. Has been a part of a couple of corners. But her and Baginski have, I would say, have been the most threatening players on this white team. And then going over to the red team, I would say Curtis and Crawford have been the most threatening players on the red team.
Ball on that far side. Cut back by Swan. Looking to go over the top for Middlestat. Down by the end line. This ball will cross over and out for a goal kick. It will go.
I'd say this first half, it's been a preseason game, a little bit slow. Fitness levels aren't as high, but as this game has gone on, they've really grown into this game, and there's that halftime whistle.
There it is. We have finished 45 minutes here in Lansing, Michigan at the Hope Sports Complex. It's 1-1. A 35th-minute goal from Elizabeth Crawford gave the red side a 1-0 lead, and then just 5 minutes later, a goal scored by number 9, Maggie Baginski. And this game is all tied up at 1 apiece. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go here at the Nationals Showcase game on this Saturday evening. We'll step aside and be back on the other side. You're watching Nationals Kickoff Festival Weekend on the National Soccer Network.
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Soccer fans, get ready. The National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku, the market leader in video distribution. Starting this Friday night, we're bringing you not 1, not 2, but 5 elite matches. Enjoy action-packed games from the Midwest Premier League, United Women's Soccer, and the UPSL. With viewing packages starting at just $2.99, it's never been easier to catch all the action from the comfort of your own home. Experience award-winning play-by-play commentary, dynamic graphics, and a professional broadcast experience, all brought to you by the National Soccer Network. Fans, don't miss a moment. Stream all the excitement on Roku. The National Soccer Network, where the game comes alive.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
If we get out of here, the problem is that the pool closes at 10. And so this game's not going to be over with until like 8 o'clock. And dude, by the time we go eat,
it's about over 10 o'clock.
Yeah, like 10 o'clock. I'm not going to skip dinner. I haven't eaten really anything today except for that
we just
breakfast.
Which was fire. We should go there again tomorrow.
That breakfast was good.
That breakfast burrito I had was amazing. And they serve it all day.
They serve it all day.
Why isn't that place closed? That was the most delicious breakfast burrito I've ever had.
We
Were you just that hungry? That's why.
Hey,
Better than my burritos. Like,
you go grab anybody?
It's so good. It had hash browns in it.
You go grab anybody if they want to join us in the booth?
What?
You can grab any parent. Be like, hey, would like to talk about the ECNL, anything, so we can have someone in the booth with us, because this is, I can't take you talking about, I can't keep doing this. We need people.
Do you want me to go with you, Mother?
No, you need to stay here and produce. Just send Mom out and be like, hey, I would love to.
Oh, wait, it's back on the field.
Oh my God, bring it up.
Soccer Fans and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Wait, what the heck? How do I do this? You want me to go
Just cut it in. What do you mean?
I did cut it
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts to regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Welcome back here into the Hope Sports Complex in Lansing, Michigan. Getting ready for the second half of this ECNL Battle of the Nationals. We're watching it live on the National Soccer Network. Jonathan Turner alongside Ryan Glinsky. Happy to have you watching wherever you're watching, near and far. Hopefully during this halftime we'll maybe have some parents and or coaches from the Nationals join us here in the booth, talk about these two teams and talk about their experience with the Nationals as we're moments away from getting the second half underway, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a slow start to that first half, but in the second half it really started to pick up. We saw a couple of goals. Being scored, 1-1, but so far level is pretty good. Just a little bit of a finishing touch, but that's expected here in preseason.
As preseason form coming from our camera operator as well, rather than get back in position. It's funny is white side now going right to left on your screen. They are in their white kits. The red side going now left to right on your screen. They're wearing red kits. You might want to say I'm Captain Obvious, but I don't know.
I didn't expect the red team to be in red jerseys, to be quite honest with you.
Wow. Is this being played now by Baginski? She scored the equalizer back in the 40th. Now, Lauren Stanley. Good work defensively, but that's Schroeder. Schroeder now down by the end line, sends it in and right into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's how both of these national teams have really attacked it, is using the outside to their advantage, not really going down the middle, but they've been using the flanks. A lot of crosses have gone in. That's how the first goal for the red team came in on a cross. A little bit of a miscue, but it ended up being tapped in.
Red side. Kroko. She'll take a shot towards that back post. It goes wide.
But yeah, a little bit of a better start to the second half than it was to the first half. The red team coming out firing. It's kind of a little bit of a reverse of how that first half went. That the first half of the first half was the white team being a little bit on the better side, and then it flip-flopped towards the end where the red team was the better team. But to start the second half, the red team has been coming out of the gates firing a little bit more than they were in the first half.
Sent up towards midfield. This ball, Baginski. One back by the red side. That's, I believe, was D'Angelo, number 28. Lauren Stanley now as this ball is given right back to the white side. And Stanley, as we are now joined by Brian, is it Cataline? Cataline, coach here for the Lansing. Is this ball up over the top? And Brian, first off, welcome onto the National Soccer Network. It's been a great weekend, and love to hear your thoughts on how the festival went and how the showcase came to going.
Weekend's been great. It's been a great look. We have all of our clubs here represented. It's been good seeing all the quality, all the skill we have in all of our little groups and all showcasing their talents as well is very good.
And you obviously coach here in the capital area, right? And so what levels do you currently coach here in this side of town?
I coach the levels of GMA, so the Greater Michigan Academies, and I will be doing 2013 through 2008s, and I will be developing those groups. So that'll be my job this year.
Look at now, Kryko just inside the Kryko puts one up off the bar and in. And just like that, the red side take a 2-1 lead. Fantastic shot. You can't ask for it better, right? When you're in the booth, right? You got a guest, and they get a chance to see that as well. I mean, almost making a great save was Melchior. She had a finger on it. Hits off the bar, though. In the back of the net it goes, and just like that, the red side have taken the lead once again. Up 2-1. You had mentioned, obviously, the GMA. What is the GMA?
It's Michigan-based clubs through ECNLR. So it's the ECNLR League through Michigan-based clubs. And we'll all get together and have game days. So all of our teams will play against each other and that day. And then whatever weekends we play, then we move on to the next club and the next club after that.
So I know, like Midwest United, I think you've got, let's see here, the Rangers, I think, are in that league, right?
Rangers are in it. We have Bern. We have Portage, Liverpool, North Oakland, I believe.
North Oakland.
Yeah. Cap City.
Yep.
I think there's a few others as well. Trying to remember them all.
It's hard to see with all the light in here. I was just saying that one of those things. We're joined obviously again here by Brian Cataline, a coach here for the Nationals in the capital area. Talking about the GMA, which the Greater Michigan, is that what it stands for?
I believe so. Yes.
And so there's, I believe, 12 total teams that play in that division, in that conference, and there's actually a number of them kind of popping up around the Midwest. As this ball down by the end line, that's Sam Curtis looking to put one towards the back post. Nobody there, but ball top of the 18 low, put by that near post. It actually deflected. It was taken, I believe, by Emma Wong, number 23.
Brian, tell me, like, what's kind of like how you build a team? What's the type of players that you're looking at, type of personality, and what's kind of the overall message that you're trying to give to your players?
Number one is willingness to learn. That's the biggest key. And then you go off of, athleticism, and you go off of ball awareness and game awareness. And then I start to look at their technical work, what their body shape looks as they receive it. I'm a very technical coach, so I like to look at their technique and how things work. And then it kind of build from there. And you look with the athleticism, you're looking at speed or their physicality, stuff like that. So you look at multiple things as you're going through and building teams. But the number one thing is, do they want to get better, their mindset, and going from there. That's your number one thing. It's a game of mistakes, so the mindset has to be getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely.
I had a chance to talk to a number of younger players this morning as part of our coverage of this weekend, and a lot of the younger players in that 14 to 18 birth year, we're talking about how supportive the coaching staffs are here at the Nationals. And when you hear that young of an age player saying that, I would imagine that's something that continues on through up the as Harkins has said many, many times, talking about just like the different tiers in the ladder, right? Where you go from the young and all the way up to where the highest levels, which happen to be now Union FC Macomb. Mm-hmm. What do you do as a coach to support your players and to help them get to where they want to go?
The number one thing I'm always preaching to them is mistakes are part of the game, and our mistakes are okay. And it's how we learn, and it's how we get better, and it's how we build. And then from that point forward, then it's how do we correct it? How do we not how do you improve it and not try to make that mistake again? But it's playing on the front foot. If you're on your heels and you're not moving forward, then you're going to get beat very quickly in this game. So you've got to be on the front foot. You've got to be nose forward and be willing to make mistakes and to take chances and to play. So and play at a fast pace. So,
which is extremely important, especially in today's world, especially in the women's game now here in this country, is that the game has exploded, but so much so in the women's side. And I had a chance to talk with Jen Klein, University of Michigan women's head soccer coach. We talked about the explosion of the game, and more importantly, how can the women in the United States continue to stay above the rest of the world. And it's going to come in the form of development, speed of play, right? The technical component that you talked about, because all these other countries now are playing women's soccer when 10 years ago they might not have been.
Oh, yeah. And we're at the top of that game right now, and that's fantastic to see, and the development work is fantastic as well. But I do think one of the number one keys is the mentality, the mental part of it all. If they can be confident, a happy player, but a confident player going forward and willing to gamble and take those mistakes, that's a great player to have.
No question about that. Well, Brian, we appreciate you stopping by here and helping us through this broadcast as we're trying to showcase these players not only on the field but showcase this club as a whole. So we appreciate you stopping by.
No problem. Thank you for having me. It was great being up here. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
So good buildup of play here. The red side again in the lead, 2-1 right now off that 50th minute goal from Kendall Kryko.
That was a phenomenal goal. That went off the bar down as well. And we had a coach in the booth as well watching it live with us. That was just an overall amazing sequence.
That it was is Ellie Matthews looking to get by. Lauren Stanley is good battle between these two players. Stanley comes away with the ball, though. This ball now at the foot of Natalie Grimaldo. So now joined by Paul, is it Gracek?
Gracek, very
Gracek.
good. Yeah, close enough.
Okay. Well, I have called a number of games, so I'm starting to pick up on the pronunciations of some dialects. So, I appreciate you correcting me, though. But you are a coach on the east side of Michigan in Anchor Bay. And so, first off, tell us a little bit about the Anchor Bay side and what makes that area of the Nationals unique.
Yeah, it's a great new area, right? So we've been around for a little bit of time, too, with the previous club. And joining the Nationals has been awesome. We had a really deep bench over there from the young ones, right, that are just getting into 4v4 to 7v7, 9v9, and then the 11v11. So it's great to be partnership, too, right, and have part of the Nationals club here. It's great.
And in your role, are you what age groups are you coaching?
Yeah, the 2016s, mainly the younger ones, the junior nationals as well. So,
good ball outside on that far side. D'Angelo looking maybe for Matthews. He'll take a shot from distance, but right at the goalkeeper in Melchior. And so I was telling this earlier to Brian, we had a chance to talk with 2016 age group here earlier this morning. And when we asked them, hey, what is it you like about the Nationals? And we heard not from one, but from two different players saying how supportive the coaches are. And to be fair, I don't know if at that age that would have come out of my mouth. And to be fair, I did ask another young man, the same young boy, the same question, and he said, a completely different answer altogether. So, but if we talk about that for a moment, I mean, what is it that maybe makes players think that this is a great support system in coaches?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. That is one of the things we really push towards too, especially throughout the ages, but even the younger ones, right? The support there. It's easy to pick up on the bad things, super easy, right? And the more you pick up on the good stuff and you give them that feedback, it's really important for the kids.
This ball now, good work by D'Angelo. She was looking for Schroeder and just misplayed that ball. Mistakes is part of the game. something when I was a coach at the varsity level here, I told players that we're not judging you on the mistake. We're judging you on how you handle the mistake and how you learn from the mistake, right? You're going to make them. To be fair, in order to grow, you have to be challenged and you have to make mistakes. And to be fair, playing against better opponents will oftentimes put you in those positions where you learn from them and those mistakes to help you remind you of what it's like to play at that level. And at the younger ages, as this ball is played in, looking for Maddie Piot, I would imagine. I know 2016 is still a young age group, right? We know that it's young, but I mean mistakes are going to happen a lot at that age, right? There are going to be a ton of mistakes, and I could imagine that running a training session could probably be like extremely frustrating because as a coach, we would work on a drill. The goal was to get through what our focus was, right? And if you didn't get through it, you stuck with it until they did.
Exactly.
So how do you manage that? Because I know that at that age group, if you're focusing on, defensive principles or you're focusing on the touch and they don't have a good touch, you're going to stay there for a while until they get it down.
You do. And I think the biggest thing, right, is just keep the touches on, keep the fundamentals going. And if it's even for the parents too, right, making sure they're seeing that and that they're focusing on that too, because they're a big part of the youth soccer, right, especially with – right, you want to cheer your child on, the team on, and you got to find what your voice is from the coach to the players, and really give them that positive reinforcement on the good stuff. And the bad things happen, right? We work through it, and you get up and you keep going, right? So
we are being joined here by Paul Gracek here, a coach from Anchor Bay, does the younger side of coaching for the Nationals, and he's joining us here in the booth during this Nationals Showcase match. And I know, Ryan, you've got a question for the coach as well. I'll obviously take a chance to get that one in.
What? Oh, I guess I do have a question.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. That's what you're looking for.
Paul, I am an Anchor Bay alum, actually.
Me as well. There you go.
There we go. And played soccer there.
Yeah.
It felt like over the year, he's Troy Athens guy, so he doesn't like it. But it felt like in the area, as there's a chance on the far side, it felt like in the area of Anchor Bay that soccer has really grown. How has soccer grown so much over in the Anchor Bay area?
Yeah, significantly. And I think
Look at this opportunity. Not sure who took that shot. It might have been Middlestat, but good work there by Pierre Felice.
So, yeah, and I think it's really the clubs like the Nationals and a lot of other places that are trying to bring the kids in to see the sport. It's huge compared to when I was growing up, without a doubt, right? 3-4x, right, if not more. And the support that's there and the team, it's just becoming a more popular sport. Right? It's popular everywhere else, outside the States, and it's becoming more and more here. And we see that. We see it with the kids, and I think that there's a more focal point, too, with ones that are coming out of, the collegiate athletes that are coming out that want to be part of that, opportunity for the kids and developing them, right, so we can keep building those generations on. So.
Yeah, I don't know where the whole Athens thing came from. I don't know. I feel like that was a targeted attack, in regards to me. I didn't start that, but I'm going to finish it for sure. I will tell you that I never lost to Anchor Bay in my high school career, and so I'm going to put that in there right now, just for both of you. As this was
Go ahead.
ChatGPT real quick.
I will tell you, I do have 2 rings from my high school days. So 2 high school state championship rings. So just for the record, there, Ryan.
Well, you should. You're Troy Athens. But Anchor Bay's gotten there over the years. So.
Oh, my gosh, they have. They've actually won one, right? And I think they won one back in, 2017 maybe? Or maybe they've been in the early 2000s, 2020, I think somewhere in there. But they did win one in the last 5 or 6 years.
They got to the finals.
So you've been there. Now it's just I just got to win it. Got to get a ring.
Yeah, that is that's the goal now.
It's always the goal. Yeah,
you've had some.
Paul's
going to
help us get there.
Yeah,
you've had some good
generations.
players.
We're here. We're close. We're close.
You've had some. You had Puget, right?
Yes.
He was a great player. I know that he was an all-state player too. I think he missed the dream team by like 1 or 2 votes.
Yeah,
but an all-state player for I think 3 out of his 4 years. Great players. So yeah, Anchor Bay's come up.
The Hodgson twins that, of course, were national guys as well.
Yep. Hodgson twins. Obviously, they play out at Western Michigan University, right? So, but this is ball on this near side. That's Kryko, who took a shot far post, and that was a great save by Melchior. That was earmarked for the side netting.
Yeah, it was. And Paul, another question for you: What does your teams? How do your teams play? How do you try to set them up to succeed on the field?
Yeah, there's a lot of components to that, but I think the main one is really just getting them motivated, right? That they want to be out there, and it's got to be a fun sport, especially the young ones, right? You got to kind of keep it fun. You know, there's motivation that comes with it too, and when you can put those two together, where they see the fun with with that motivation to keep driving, and you make a mistake, you fix it, you get beat, you get back, and then with their teammates too, right? And making sure they're being positive influences, because I've been on many teams, and the teams that were the hardest were the ones where they're just scrumming against yourselves, right? And you're beating yourself on the field. So that's a big part of really development as a team player, an ideal team player.
Well, Paul, we appreciate you stopping on by here and being a part of our broadcast as we showcase the players in the showcase game here during the Nationals Kickoff Festival weekend here in Lansing. So thank you once again for stopping on by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Take care, gentlemen.
Again, don't know who number 7 is, but that's a good ball up the middle. It's Batiglia. Makes her way just inside the 18, looking to play it back. Nobody there from the red team. This ball makes its way to Tefner. We should look to fire a shot from distance. She does. It sails up and over.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of outside-the-box shots from both teams. And one of them actually went into the back of the net.
Right at midfield. Chabihi. We're now joined by a non-Nationals player. Someone about to enter into their 6th grade school year. And a Roblox expert, Miss Zoe Turner. Welcome into the broadcast, Zoe.
Hi.
Look at this ball just inside the 18. That's Middlestat. Down by the end line, puts it back across into the 18. Another ball put back across. Makes his way back to Middlestat. So you excited about your starting up your school in just a few weeks?
No,
Why not?
I don't like school.
Everybody likes school, especially at your age. I think what you don't like is getting up early, and more importantly, the things that come along with going to school, which is usually homework. Right? It's just like this Middlestat will take a shot that's blocked. Thoughts on that?
No.
No thoughts on that? All right, well, fair enough. Okay, so you've been with us all day today. You've had a chance to see all the things that the Nationals have to offer. Being that you don't play soccer, seeing this environment, doesn't it make you want to play soccer based on what you've seen this weekend?
No. Yes.
That was not a trick question. I do know that you do love soccer.
Yeah.
And you'd play it every day at school. As Tefner now. Ball's on her left foot, slots it up, looking for her teammate in Chang, and into the hands of Melchior it will go.
Zoe, I heard you're a big video games person. What's your top 3 video games? I know Roblox is one of them.
Yeah. I like to play VR too.
VR?
Yeah.
Then what's your other one? Into Fortnite?
Not really.
No?
You used to be into Fortnite. We used to play that quite a bit as a family. We'd have Fortnite Fridays is what we used to call it.
Fortnite Fridays, that's cool.
And the whole family would get on their Switches. I'd play my Xbox, and we'd be playing Fortnite.
My family didn't even understand what Fortnite truly was. They never liked when I was supposed to be doing something, and they're like, you can just pause it. I go, Mom, Dad, I'm in the top 20 here. I can't just pause it. But that's awesome, though. I'm glad you guys had Fortnite Fridays?
Fortnite Fridays. We actually used to stream them, too, live on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. And Twitch.
Who was the best Fortnite player out of the bunch?
My brother.
Oh, there's not even close. It's not even close.
Yes.
It's not even close. But
He beat you every time.
He beat me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but either way, the records say otherwise on the Fortnite tracker.
Should I give Nathan the headset?
No. But we do appreciate you stopping on by, Zoe. We'll see you here the next time we have a live game in about 3,000 more games.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You know, you put a 12-year-old on the microphone, you never know what you're going to get. And you might get some brutal honesty. We saw that this morning, right? We saw some brutal honesty this morning from players. We asked some questions. I mean, I still don't understand when I asked a question about what's your favorite candy, how ice cream even comes into the equation. but that was an answer I got this morning. I also got the answer, which I had this debate. I think it's a good debate to have, okay? If I ask you what your favorite candy is, what is your favorite candy, Ryan?
Oof. Depends on what the mood. Are we doing overall candy? Are we going like gummies, chocolate? Like what? Because chocolate, I would say, would be a Kit Kat, but I also do like the gummies, like Nerd Clusters, Lifesavers. So.
Yeah, so I think we need to, I think when we ask this question, I think it's important that we acknowledge the fact that candy is in itself its own main category, and then you've got subcategories.
Okay.
Right? I think it's okay to say that chocolate would be a subcategory.
Yeah.
Now, you know, but then again, I talk to people, and they say that chocolate and candy are completely separate and would not be their own subcategories. They would just be like a separate thing. You know, because, again, a lot of people might not like candy. They might not like the Sweet Tarts or the Sour Patch Kids or whatever, you know, candy you might, you know, Laffy Taffy or whatever you want to call it. But they love having a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good debate. I don't know what I would say. I mean.
Well, it's pineapple on your pizza.
No.
Is that?
No.
See, okay.
No. Pineapple should never be on pizza.
Now,
So, I mean,
Glinsky is a Polish name. So,
Yes.
Glinsky, that means that you have had angel wings as a angel wing. That's
Yeah.
what we called them growing up. They were in a powdered sugar, you know,
Yes.
fried, you know, dessert, you know, thing. I'm assuming, what is it, pierogi?
Yes.
Right? Pierogi is
Yes.
a huge thing in the Polish land. Kielbasa, right? Kielbasa and sauerkraut.
Kielbasa.
You ever had kielbasa?
Yes, I've had it. And you got to be careful too, because I'm also Hungarian, and they say kielbasa.
Oh.
So it depends on what I got to be careful on which words I choose and how I say it. So that's
okay.
I got to be careful with that.
I know we're talking about food right now. We have not eaten since 1 o'clock this afternoon, so we're getting a little hungry here. And so we need to turn this into the food conversation because we're going to be eating dinner after this. And I think it's still yet to be determined where we're actually going to be eating dinner. As we're back underway here at the Hope Sports Complex here in Lansing, Michigan. Speaking of food, there's an unbelievable bar here on this campus, on this complex site. Is Crawford, who scored the first goal, was looking for her teammate in Batiglia. But there's Cleats Bar and Grill, which is located on this site. What I can tell you is that they have homemade fresh cut fries that they serve here at the site. That's all I have to say. You're thinking
Those
about
are
this is I mean, to be fair, in most environments where you go into a sports complex like this, there's a concession stand. And what do they serve? They serve nachos. They serve maybe hot dogs, maybe have a pretzel.
Maybe a burger if you're
lucky.
lucky.
Maybe they'll have some delivered pizza comes in, right? But no, here they have like a full-fledged like gourmet restaurant here on site. They serve alcohol. I mean, they had margarita, like sangria things and stuff.
That's where I've seen these fancy cups and
yeah,
some of these.
this takes like the whole. It's like a bougie experience here.
I mean, I guess if you're a parent that has worked all week and they don't get to truly enjoy their weekend and they have to come and sit in the 90-degree heat that it is here in Lansing and have to watch soccer and be outside, you might as well have a bar type on the complex so you can enjoy a couple adult beverages. I know I would.
I could imagine that as well. But again, just thinking about that, growing up, that was not an option for us. Again, you maybe get the popcorn that was a couple days old, in those like the the red and white boxes that you would get that say popcorn on them, or get the nachos with the nacho cheese. Is this ball on that far side? It's cut back, but good defensive work by the red side. We are here in the 73rd minute.
You also got to think, though, at the same time, not only have concessions improved over the years, I would say overall complexes, high school stadiums have improved. Just all around, everything has improved to kind of give you that you're not quite at a professional sporting event, but kind of give you a little bit of a professional sporting event feel.
Yeah, no, again, seeing the burgers that were coming off the grill today, the fries, I know my family, indulged in their homemade, fresh cut fries. They were good. I can attest. I did have a couple of them. They were fantastic. Again, you just can't say enough about this. And again, it's all here at Cleats. And a great facility and a great opportunity here for families to come together and get a chance to, get ready for their fall season here. As the white side now coming up this middle here, that's Grimaldo finding Ruffino. And they find themselves down a goal here in the last 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, both of these teams, you can tell there's quality on this field. I know it's a low-scoring game, 2-1 game, but there is quality all over this field. These players are going to be ready to go. The coaching has been unbelievable, developing them all. We talked to a couple of those coaches, but the Nationals do a really good job.
Crawford, it's a good ball. Still inside the 18. Crawford gets it back. Now Crawford off the woodwork and into the hands of Melchior.
That's another great opportunity. The red team has been the better team on this second half.
We'll get a replay of that play right there. I'm just kidding. We had a switch of our producers, and he just saw his face. That face was legit.
What? But no, that was a good opportunity for the red team. Crawford just a little unlucky to hit the crossbar there. But whoever the striker was that originally received the ball, I thought should have opened up with her left foot, kind of let that ball come across her and strike it with her left foot instead of her right. But they still get a great opportunity. But I'm sure that is something that the Nationals will be working on as their season goes on and before their season starts.
This ball slotted into space for Crawford. Out comes Melchior. She'll slide it into the 18 and pick it up.
But no, this is a really, really good a complex that they've built here with the Nationals. This field in particular, a really nice turf field with the bleachers as well. But, even the grass fields, just by the looks of them, look like they're in really good shape. I've played on those grass fields a couple of times in my travel soccer days, and for the most part, I would say they were relatively good, if I can remember correctly. But no, this is a really good complex here.
Middlestat. This ball goes out of play on this near side. Coming up here next Friday night, we will actually preview this entire event. Had a chance to talk with a number of players and coaches here this morning. Obviously, throughout this broadcast, we'll highlight this entire event next Friday night live on our National Soccer Network Roku TV channel. You can tune in to that on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Well, there's some good interviews in there.
Again, great interviews. I had a chance to talk with, again, the younger generation of player. And, again, asking them the question about how much fun is it to play soccer, right? Because let's be honest, that's the component that when you start to get into the latter part of your years of playing, it goes from being, this thing that's just fun, and it goes into almost being a job. Yeah. And I don't think that we think a lot about that at the younger ages, because at the younger ages, it is about fun. As look at this, is now we see Lauren Stanley just outside the 18. She'll look to play it inside. Makes its way now to Swan. Swan. A long-range shot that goes right into the hands of Pierre-Felice, and a good strike.
Yeah, I would say in the younger ages of any sport, you're kind of playing for for just fun and the enjoyment, the love of the game, playing with your friends, playing in a community. But as it gets on, stakes become a little bit higher, a little bit more pressure with, of so many competitions, going, you have league play, and then you might have to go play a tournament out in California. Maybe not to that extent, but, down in Florida or something like that.
Middlestat now makes her way into the 18, down by the end line. Good defensive work as this pushes out for a corner kick. No, I think it's important to acknowledge that there is going to be a point, if you are going to say, hey, soccer is my sport and I want to play at the next level, that a lot of your focus has to turn into this mentality, the professional mentality, where, you have to commit to training, commit to getting better at all aspects of the sport, including watching game film and personal training and the whole 9 yards. If you are on this field here today, there's a very good chance that you have made that personal decision that this is going to be something that you want to do at the next level. And the next level for them would be college, whether that be an NAIA school, whether that be a JUCO, whether that be Division III through Division I. It doesn't matter. That's the next level. And in women's soccer in this country, we talk about how it's exploded. The opportunity to play at the next level is a significant one for the players who play in the ECNL and the Girls Academy across this country. And you have to take it seriously. It doesn't mean you don't have fun, but it means that you're going to have a way different mindset when you get to that 15, 16 years old age group where you're playing on a field like you're seeing here today. Fun is something that's measured in the success that you have both in personal and as a team. As Crawford now up this near side, ball's on her left foot, looking to slide it right in the middle of the park, and it's intercepted. But, you think about that and say, what does fun look like for a player at this age? Fun is in the camaraderie. Fun is in the traveling. Fun is in the personal achievements that come, whether that be in a game environment, in a personal environment, it doesn't matter. Comes maybe from being a student as well. So all those things combined will make it fun, but it's a different fun at 7 years old. It's a different fun at 9 or 10. The fun just gets different.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head on everything, as we see a couple of substitutions make their way for the red team. But yeah, I think the fun at this age is kind of measured with the, maybe the college offers, the success you have as a team. But, at the younger age, it's all about, I get to be out on the field with some of my best friends doing something that, you love to do, and that's playing the game of soccer, whether that's on a rec team or a travel team that kind of just plays within the county and playing in fun tournaments. And I also thought as a player that all the off-the-field stuff was always the most fun of, in high school, after every game, we'd go to the local Wendy's, and right when they should be shutting down the last half hour, they get a rush of 20 kids coming to order something and give them a couple extra $100 of business. I always thought that was the fun, all the off-the-field stuff.
It's Crawford now. Ball loose. Now Kryko, far post and in. And just like that, it's 3-1 here in favor of the red side. And that might just be the nail in the coffin in this one.
Yeah, Kryko, that's her second goal of the game, as she, of course, scored that first one. But, again, just another good movement from the Nationals red team, getting it done and having that finished product. Because we've seen that a couple times of both teams creating good chances, but that finishing touch, that finishing product is just not there. But we saw that here today, as there's a good run from Schroeder. And it was actually Schroeder, number 4, that got the goal.
Oh, Schroeder.
For the red team in the 82nd minute. Adley Schroeder was the one who got the goal. She started that movement.
I don't believe you, man. I'm just kidding. That's her right there for sure.
Yeah, started the movement really well. Good ball in from Crawford and Schroeder. A good finish.
Good call, Ryan. My bad. I apologize to Schroeder. Either way, it's still 3-1, which is obviously.
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't change one bit. The scoreline doesn't change.
Is this ball still inside the middle of the park? Red team in possession in the defensive third.
But yeah, I think both of these teams can come away with positives that they will probably implement into their training sessions this week as they inch closer to their fall season starting.
Matthews. Ball at Crawford's feet on this near side. Sun continuing to set here in Lansing. Ball played up top and one back by the Whiteside. Talked about it earlier. Standing room only here in Lansing here this evening. The Hope Sports Complex. The crowd was getting so loud we had to tone down our ambient mic noise.
Yeah, it's been a ruckus crowd all day today. And the players are feeding off the energy from that crowd.
All kidding aside, it's been a great weekend here at this kickoff festival here for the Nationals. A great event. Their second year doing it. A great way to introduce players who are new to their team to get a chance to see each other, be involved in a competitive environment, and also get a chance to see what the Nationals family is all about. We were here last year as well. One back by White as Matthews now takes a spill on the turf. Turf monster out in force right at midfield. '86th minute, 2-1 here in favor of the red side is Schroeder. Finding Crawford. Down by the end line, all by herself. Left-footed cross, but top of the 18 to nobody is maybe looking for Matthews. Scaglio.
I would say all these players out on this field are really technically good. I really think their touch is their first touch, because that's the most important thing. Is soccer is your first touch, and all their first touches have been really spot on. Passes, just a couple things to clean up. But
look at this ball to Baginski. It's a good look. She's all by herself. We'll give it and go. One back by the red side. Crawford. Ooh, that's a hard tackle. Free kick coming up here for the white side.
Yeah, that last movement by the white side I thought was pretty good. I know it didn't result in a shot or anything, but I thought, that they worked the ball really good in and around the box. A lot of tight passes, really good touches. But that's what they're trying to build for the Nationals is those, keeping the ball, keeping the possession, and being clean on the ball, being technically good, and that's where we have what this national teams are, and that's what most of them are going to possess is really good technically on the ball, first touch clean, passes clean, and that's why the Nationals club is one of the best.
Close to 4,000 strong are the Nationals. This ball played into the box. I don't know why I made that. That was funny. What was so funny about that?
What I thought you were going to say was there's 4,000 strong in the stands. That's what I thought you were going for.
Yep. Nope. It's Schroeder has Crawford. Crawford all by herself again in the box. She'll cut back to her left foot. Uses her right foot. Now Schroeder once again takes a shot off the crossbar and into the back of the net. It's now 4-1.
That time we got Schroeder's name right. But again, another good strike. That time, that's the second bar down that we've had. And the red team is really just taking it to the white team at this point. They've been the better team in this second half. and they've had 3 goals now to show for it, one coming in the 50th, 83rd, and then this one would have been in the 89th minute. But again, the red team, again, very good, strong second half that they've had. Yeah, that goal does come in the 89th minute from Schroeder.
So it's 4-1 here in favor of the Nationals. And the red side, as we are in the waning moments of this game. Ideally today, you have to take 7 showers to feel good, I feel like, right? So it's
Yes.
like 7 showers, maybe 3 dips in the pool.
Anything to cool down.
No hot tub today. No hot tub today.
No, if you're in a hot tub in a day like today, I'd be scared of you.
As this ball played in, it'll last deflect off of, I believe, Curtis, and out of play it will go, and out for a corner kick.
Yeah, I was going to ask Paul, him, of course, being from the Anchor Bay area, if he thought, today would have been the day to go out on Lake St. Clair, because that's right in the Anchor Bay, and because it's still really hot up here.
That it is. Ball came in off the corner. Whiteside still in possession. Middlestat lays it off. Chabihi, and now the red side up over midfield. And that will wrap up this game. And the red side coming away with a 4-1 victory. They had 3 unanswered second-half goals, 2 of which were scored by Adley Schroeder in the 83rd and 89th minute. Kendall Kryko getting the game winner back in the 50th. But that will wrap up our coverage here of the National Showcase game here in Lansing, Michigan. For our production crew, I want to thank Brianna and Nathan Turner, both on camera operators today, as well as our producers, Zoe Turner on the 1s and 2s, Bianca Turner, our executive producer, Ryan Glinsky, my broadcast partner. I'm Jonathan Turner. Appreciate stopping on by here this evening. Don't forget to subscribe, like us, share this with your friends and family. We'll be back at this again here in the very near future. We do have a friendly game next Saturday. Flint City Bucks back at Atwood Stadium for their season finale. We'll bring that to you live here on the National Soccer Network. But from all of our team here in Lansing, have a great rest of your weekend. So long, everybody.